So, have you ever really stopped to think about what makes an expert an expert? It's not just about what they know, right? It's about how they prove it. In this explainer, we're going to do something a little different. We are taking one person's actual career document and literally reverse engineering it to find the blueprint for building world class expertise.
And it all kicks off with this single, powerful sentence. This is the opening line from the professional pitch of Dr. M. Nurul Islam. Now, this isn't just a bio line. It is a mission statement. Think of it as the central claim, the hypothesis that his entire career is built to prove.
So, that's the big question, isn't it? How do you actually construct a professional life with so much proof, with a story so strong that a bold claim like that becomes, well, undeniable? Okay, let's get into it. Here's our game plan. We're going to break this down into 5 key parts. First, we'll look at how you craft that compelling story. Then, we'll see how the educational foundation gets built. After that, and this is the good stuff, we'll get into the hard data that proves the impact. Watch that jump from scholar to leader, and finally, we'll put all the pieces together to reveal the complete anatomy of expertise. First up, crafting your professional story. Because, let's be honest, before you can build anything, you have got to know exactly what you're building towards. You see, that initial pitch, it's so much more than a summary. It's a compass. It's like a North Star for his entire career. It aligns everything: his background in library science, his doctoral work, and that ambition for leadership. Every single thing we're about to look at serves this one clear vision. So, with that North Star in place, how do you start building? Well, that brings us right to section 2, building the foundation. You can't construct a skyscraper of expertise on sand. You need a solid educational bedrock. Just look at the relentless progression here. This is a journey that kicks off with foundational degrees in Bangladesh, then it moves to a prestigious, scholarship-funded PhD at a top university in China. And it just keeps going with postdoctoral research in Malaysia. This isn't just collecting degrees, folks. This is a strategic story of continuous global learning. Each step builds perfectly on the last, expanding his whole perspective and network. And this brings us to the absolute core of our breakdown: quantifying research impact. This is where big claims about expertise are put to the test with cold, hard data. Okay, first number, 165. That's his citation count. What that means is 165 other academic papers have actually referenced his work. It's a direct measure of his influence in the global conversation in his field. Next up, 41. That's how many research papers he's published. This shows he's not a one-hit wonder. This is a consistent, dedicated contribution of new knowledge year after year. But it's not just about quantity, it's about quality. And this number, this one proves it. 11. 11 of those papers are in what's called Q1 Scopus journals. So what does that actually mean? Well, a Q1 journal is basically the Premier League of academic publishing. Getting published there means your work has been vetted at the absolute highest level and is considered to be in the top quarter of its field for impact and importance. So the big takeaway is this: his work isn't just getting published. It's being published in the most influential places, literally shaping the future of his field. And what's he writing about? This isn't some dusty, old-school librarianship. Just look at these topics: AI and chatbots, the metaverse, big data, the Internet of Things. His research is right at the cutting edge, tackling how new technology is completely transforming his field. This isn't just academic curiosity. This is exactly the kind of forward-thinking knowledge a real leader needs to have. So, the evidence is there. The education is rock solid. The research is absolutely top tier. But, proof on paper is one thing. How do you translate that into real-world leadership? That brings us to section 4, from scholar to leader. This simple timeline tells such a powerful story of applied expertise. Over a decade at one institution, we see a clear, steady climb up the ladder of progression. This is what earning trust and proving your competence looks like in the real world: a steady climb in responsibility. And to make that leap from scholar to leader, you need more than just good ideas. You need the practical tools to actually implement them. This right here, this is the machinery behind the expertise, from specialized library software like Kaha to the data analysis tools like SPSS that power his research, all the way to the content management systems that share knowledge. Every single one of these represents a concrete, practical skill that brings his theoretical knowledge to life. And finally, there's the external validation. This is way more than just a list of accomplishments. This is the world looking at his work and saying, we see your expertise, we recognize it, and we are willing to invest in it. That's huge.
Okay, so we've taken all the pieces apart. Now for our final section, let's put them back together and reveal the actual blueprint.
So what does this all boil down to? It means building real expertise isn't some kind of magic. It follows a clear pattern. 1. Define your story with a clear, ambitious goal. 2. Build your foundation with deep, continuous education. 3. Show your proof with verifiable data and high-impact work. And 4. Demonstrate leadership by applying all that knowledge in real-world roles and earning that external recognition. See, each step logically builds on the one before it, creating this undeniable case for expertise.
Look, this isn't just an academic exercise. It's a replicable model. And that leaves you with one final thought. You've now seen the anatomy of an expert, laid out piece by piece. The only question left is, what is the first block you are going to lay for your own professional story?